What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 20 Diamond Dynasty video. It's the day after. Not doing so well, but we knocked it out like Mike Tyson. That's all that is really mattering. Not a word. Fifth inning program is out. We got 300 program stars. Today we're going to talk about the best way to complete this fast, the best way to get program stars fast. I have a brand new method which is really a lot better than what I have had in the past. It's going to be not quite double after doing further testing, but it is going to be at least I would say 1.6, 1.7 times considerably better and a lot less attention that you guys have to deliver. So we're going to go over all that and more in today's video. But before we do, as always, make sure to leave a like down below if you guys have been enjoying the content or this does help you out, and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Gonna be a really big week. We have stage 3 team affinity, gonna be showcasing some of those cards, gonna do debuts, have the boss debuts, pack opening coming later tonight. A lot of stuff on the channel, don't want to miss it. Let's get into this one. So this program is quite different, but it is also not. It's the same in the fact it's structured the same way, but it's different in this is by far the easiest program to grind out of all 11 last year and all 5 this year. It is really simplistic. If you guys had a bedtime sooner than midnight, you guys probably knocked this out if you had the voucher. Let's just count some stats right now. If you guys had the voucher, that's 75 right there. The All-Star Series collection, this is something I highly recommend. By the way, the voucher, if you guys are going to use this new method, I really don't think you're going to need it because this is going to be really quick, a lot quicker than what we've had in the past, and it is going to be extremely fast program stars. So don't worry if you guys didn't have the stubs for the voucher, you're going to still get this done quickly. But the All-Star Series collection, it's 20 stars. Highly recommend. You guys probably have these just lying around anyway. A lot of these cards are free. These two are collections that are really easy to do. This card came out free. The Rays have no good cards because they're a horrible team. A lot of these cards are pretty simple to get, as you guys can tell. So you guys probably have 15 All-Star Series players, and if you don't, there's going to be one extra one with the new Prime Mark Reynolds program, which is also going to net you an additional 20 program stars. So if you got the voucher, that's going to be 75, 95, 115. If not, you're going to be at 40 right now. Moving on to Conquest, this is going to get you up to 145. We talked about Conquest in a video earlier last night, so if you guys want to check that out, make sure and do so. And these ones are laughably easy. Make sure and do these. They're online missions. Those are not the boogeyman. They are really easy to do. Highly recommend these two. God, another rhyme. This is going to get you 50 program stars. It's going to be 11 hits with All-Star Series players. If you do the Moonshot event, this is going to take you only a couple of games. You're facing really easy pitching and a good chance you're going to get some bums that don't know how to pitch. So this is going to go really quick, and if you're going to do that, you might as well do this because this is 5 RBIs at the Mark Reynolds. So obviously get the Mark Reynolds before you do this. And it's going to be another 20 program stars, 5 RBIs, really easy to do alongside this. So that's going to get you to 160 and 180 already. I don't necessarily recommend these unless you're grinding for event wins in the Moonshot event. So you're at 180. Showdown's going to get you up to 250 already. And you're still going to be, that would be, what is it, 165? I'm not good at math if you don't have the voucher, around 165. ish, but with the voucher you're at 250, and then that's not even counting what you get by playing the game and what you get actually by doing some of your daily missions. So I would say you're at least going to be at 265, 270 by the time you get all of this done. It's not going to take you that long. Showdown, if you guys have been playing this year, it's not that hard once you get it down. I do want to talk about Showdown a little bit. We talked about Conquest tips. A couple things I want to mention as far as Showdown. Yep, Gomes had to re-record this video too, go figure. So as far as the draft goes, we'll just look at that quickly. Wasting all my stubs on Showdown drafts. You're facing Mo every time. You're obviously going to want to pick a lot of lefties. Now, I prefer Poppy in this. He has more power. You can pick Larry Walker. Honestly, pick who you're going to pick in the program. If you're going to pick Larry Walker, pick him. Get a chance to use these guys before you actually get them. I picked Poppy. I wanted to use him, and I was pretty surprised. You are going to face Jose Avocado in the in the mini boss, the first boss that you do face, he is a lefty. Yes, I still recommend loading your lineup up on lefties. For Christ's sakes, you have 10 outs. You have to score 2 runs, and the bases are loaded. If you're not winning, you're not trying. That's fair to say. Yeah, I'm still picking Cliff Floyd. I'm not picking. Who's picking Bill Mazeroski, unironically? So that's what I recommend. A guy like O'Neal Cruz is great. And we're just gonna super speed through this so you guys can get to the rest of the video. Because I want to talk a bit about approaching Mariano Rivera, because he is he's an absolute force, an absolute unit to face. So talking about the final showdown, I do recommend go up until you need to. There's one mini boss. There's nothing else. These are on all-star difficulty. If you get to 9, you're definitely gonna win. I got to 7 because I wasn't really focusing. I still beat Mo in no time. But for facing Mariano Rivera, watch out for the cutter. Deadly. You'll plant those babies on the lower outside corner. For your right-handed hitters, for example, he is he's the pinnacle of movement. He has a lot of break on his pitches. Just be patient. The biggest thing I can say is wait for yours. If he's gonna throw you that nasty stuff in the lower corner of the strike zone, if it's 0-0, if it's 0-1, if there's anything less than 2 strikes, don't swing. Wait for something better. Wait for the 4-seam to come. Wait for the cutter to come, more so down the middle of the plate. Every fastball pretty much goes the same velocity. It is not that hard to pick up on him. You also get a ball in his habit pack too, so that's pretty cool right there. So that's really everything I have to talk about as far as that goes. Let's talk about the new method, which is going to be in franchise. Now, I don't think you have to do this in franchise. I haven't tested it in play now. The reason I do things in franchise is because last year I found something out that it seems like play now, they more so scaled back as far as earning stars go. So I've always, been doing it on franchise. It really doesn't matter. I do it here. This is something you're going to need a second controller for. I'm going to tell you guys right now. Steal your little brothers if you have to. Hold it ransom. Hold it hostage. Make him, I don't know, make him pay war reparations for it. And you're going to hop into a full game. Make sure you're using American League teams, or at least have the designated hitter setting turned on. That's going to help you out. And then I have the hitting on Legend and pitching on Legend. No sliders, no rosters you have to load in. You're just going to have 2 controllers. Doesn't matter what park you're playing. Doesn't matter what pitchers you're pitching. Doesn't matter what batters you're batting. We're just gonna hop into this straight away. Skip ball would probably make that go quicker. And it's a 2 controller method. It is laughably painless. Watch a Netflix show. Scratch your ass, for Christ's sakes. I don't care. Do something. I was going to say something much more NSFW, but we're going to keep that for the OnlyFans. So this is really, in a sense of things, all you have to do. This controller is still busted, by the way. That's why let's keep coming up. We're going to intentionally walk. That is quite literally all we're doing in this. And these stats are probably going to surprise you. You're going to earn about 12 program stars per hour, which is approximately 5 more that you earned in my original franchise method. So that is, again, towards the 1.7% or 1.7 times higher that you would get. And that's going to equate to about 22 to 23,000 XP an hour as well. Basically, this is how I figured out those numbers. Each walk while you're waiting for... I'm not exactly sure who the Mariners manager is. They don't win games. I shouldn't really have to know. But once he puts up the Spock sign, goes, ball 4. Move him over. That takes about 4 seconds. Each inning, you're going to, and this is where it gets interesting, because it is not as simple as it might seem. I've done a lot of play testing on this. Some of you guys that have done this before, maybe you can let me know what has worked for you. I only go until 13 runs, sounding like God, fucking Elmer Fudd. But if you go for something like 20, 25 runs, what's happened to me is I'll only see 155 XP or something at the end of an inning, which obviously is not what you want. So I always go until 13 runs. That's what works for me. Play test it with some things for yourself. See what works for you. I go until 13 runs because I know that's what works for me. So once you get that, once you have that 13th run walked in, this is what you're gonna do. I prefer to end innings kind of naturally, so I'll just, you know, like pitch to myself, hopefully hit like an easy ground ball or something. It's kind of difficult because I am using 2 controllers right here. Strikeouts work fine. What I just don't do, because it's not worked for me before, is I don't just throw a ball in the dirt and have all runners get out. That has again led me to getting the 100 something XP. So it's really that simple. Approximately 4 seconds per walk, and as you can, 546 XP right there. Really nice, really simple. If we're gonna time that, 4 seconds per walk, you need 17 walks, and with the ending naturally, on average, from what I've timed, it takes me about 90 seconds to do an inning, which is about 550 XP. You'll earn somewhere between 600 and 500, which is gonna get you to that about 12 program stars, 22,000 XP mark. But this is something also. Whenever I've done this, if I go to the next controller now, if I pitch with the Twins, I always get the 100 something XP, even if I only score 13 runs. So this is what I do. This is always what gets me the XP. I go this, I do quick manage, I simulate the inning, I go back into this, I go back to the Mariners. So we're only ever pitching with the away team. And again, they have 13 runs. We're going to go until 26. So you guys can kind of see why this is so easy. You can literally just lie back. Hopefully you have a more comfortable chair than this folding chair. You guys can't even see it. I'm getting too goddamn big. Thanos by 21, promise. I'm going to be looking like Thanos at his prime, minus the purple skin. But that's really all you have to do. Just wait until you see 26 runs over there. Watch something. If you guys have a second monitor, second TV, second phone, one for the plug, one for the, I don't remember the lyrics. That's gonna get you really quickly a lot of XP, a lot of program stars. So this is what I mean. You don't need the voucher. If this gets you 12 program stars an hour, this is going to get you it in no time, a lot faster, nearly double what we had as far as the, you know, player locked pitcher in the franchise. It is really good stuff, highly recommend, and this is all you have to do. It's this simple. There's nothing more entailed to it, and you're gonna get 550 XP on average per inning if you're doing these steps as I proclaimed them. And then once you're done, obviously play out the entire game. For, you know, time's sake purposes, we're just gonna back out. And the good thing about this, I'm just gonna simulate, it doesn't really matter. But the good thing about this is, whereas in the home run derby in the retro mode, your XP didn't always save, you had to dashboard. It's franchise mode, it's streamlined, it's always going to be right there for you, so there's no worries that you guys have to have, and it is ready to go. It's right there in your XP. It is nice, it is simple, it is clean, and it is fantastic. I really recommend that you guys do this. Again, if you don't have a second controller, steal one. I don't give a shit. It's going to be much faster than pretty much anything else that you can do to organically earn program stars, and that's really all it takes. It is really nice, really simple. You can do something else, you can watch something else while you're doing it. Let me know in the comment section if anything has worked for you differently. Play test it. Let me know some things. If you are ending the game, not if you're just getting the 3 outs, if you're throwing into the dirt, if you're getting the 3 outs that way, let me know if you're still getting the XP. Let me know if you're scoring more than, you know, 13 runs. Let me know if that works. I'm still play testing it. I'm still seeing what works for me, and we're going to update this as time goes on. But I really am a big fan of this. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. There goes some Saudi.